Hey Stalwart Fam!
Hey.
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
My name is Faith.
My name is Michael.
And we are
the Stalwart Lovers. Hey!
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we are so glad you came. Please make sure you familiarize yourself with us, watch more videos, subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notification so that you'll be the first person to know when we post a new video.
Yes.
And if you're a returning subscriber,
welcome
back. We love you so much. And don't forget to follow us on all other social media platforms that we are on.
Yes, very important.
Yeah, baby. So what are we doing today, though?
Okay, so today we are having a very interesting conversation about this best friend issue.
Yes.
Should you let your spouse have a best friend of the opposite gender?
Yes. So yeah. So we asked this question on Instagram.
Yes, and
on
we'll
our
just share
stories.
some reactions
Yeah,
quickly.
You said, would it be okay? Would you be okay with your future or current spouse having a best friend of the opposite gender apart from you? And people dropped their thoughts.
Let me quickly respond. Let me just share this response. It says, personally, I don't like or agree with the idea of having best friend apart from one spouse. My boyfriend has this particular female friend who I know they are close, but I get angry when he refers to her as his best friend. We sometimes do have this talk, and he always says I'm his girlfriend, which automatically makes me his best friend. But the lady in particular is a friend.
It's not the best friend.
Whom he can confide in. Gege. To me, it always brings one kind of unhealthy jealousy, which I don't like, honestly. So let's just say I won't be okay with it.
A lot of people here says, no, I won't. Like, of the same gender, I don't mind. Opposite gender, nikini. Nikini means like, that's what happened. Say what happened.
Say, why would he? I should be his best friend and his partner. If he's any other guy, no P. So some people are okay with the best friend being the same gender, but not the opposite gender. I've not seen anyone. Okay.
Someone said, no, I'm Kuku his best friend, and I like it like that. But then I would not be comfortable with it at all. Wow.
She continued by saying that I am melancholy and I can tend to be suspicious. So God is helping me. Yeah. So you need to
So it's not easy, and I think we had mostly female responses. Brothers, are you telling me that you don't mind, right? You don't mind if you don't mind if the ladies.
Let me read
or do you
this.
think there's a male comment?
No, but I'm seeing something here that I like. Okay. This person says, no. Okay, there's a male comment. Let me read the male comment first. If one considers their spouse a friend, something that is common today, then it's problematic.
Okay.
That is, if one of them considers their spouse a friend. Okay. Best friend means there is a closer relationship than which is necessary.
Okay.
Someone says, no, it gives room for unnecessary drama to start. You should have boundaries for everyone else except your wife. Okay, I'll just stop on the feedback for now, and just share our opinions. Largely, we agree, with everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
And so, babe, what do you think? Are you okay with it? Like, can I have a best friend that's a female?
Nope.
Why so sharp?
No. Okay, the thing is, when it comes to having a best friend, I could even try. When it comes to male, I could manage. But even someone like me, or even like most people, when you have that female friend that you can confide in them, you can talk about everything, your spouse would not even like it. Talk less of having a male person, like a male best friend or a male.
A female.
And you're a female. Like, I'm just talking about myself. Like, what if, even when it comes to like having a female best friend, you are still going to be that person that would always be that best friend, that would always be like have my back. You are the one that will hear the gist first. You are the one that would. You are the one that will be the gist partner and everything.
I think that's it.
When it comes to the opposite sex or the same sex, it's even still manageable. Like, you can even still manage that. Okay, you have this girlfriend, and you will still have to have boundaries. So talk less of an opposite sex.
Yeah. So I think that first things first. Also, in my opinion, I would not like it in any way that my wife has a male best friend.
Yeah.
All right. So, but first things first, the real matter is that your spouse should be your best friend. All right. So you hear this saying a lot that marry your friend or befriend who you marry. That is, make sure that your marriage is built on friendship. Marriage is built on friendship. It's not sex. It's not whatever else. What
Anything
else?
else.
It's not money.
All the
It's
important
friendship.
things.
That's what can make your relationship or marriage last. So it's important that your spouse is your best friend. You have to make that conscious decision to make your spouse your best friend, your gist partner, someone you talk to about everything and anything.
Yeah.
Intentionally build the communication between you and your partner. All right, whether you're single in a relationship or you are married, it's still a relationship, right? You have to be intentional about making sure that your spouse is your best friend. Now,
amazing.
I think we need to talk about why is it even dangerous? Why is it difficult? Why is it not advised
Why is the problem? Why
for
is it
you to
problematic?
have a best friend that is not your spouse? That is not your spouse.
Yeah, it's
Now,
opposite
note what
sex.
I'm saying. Whether it's opposite sex or not, in my opinion, I feel that best friend position should still be your spouse.
Yeah.
You could have a very, very close friend who is
very good
of the same gender. All right, you could have very good friend of the opposite gender, but not a very, very close friend of the opposite gender. All right, and let's talk about the reasons why it is dangerous for you to do so.
Yeah, so the first thing we want to look at is that actually attraction grows between people, especially when they are of the opposite sex. Attraction should not be underestimated. See, fine, you love your spouse, you are in love, you are crazily in love with your spouse. And see, guys, we're not talking about male or female here. Whether it's your husband or the wife, you love your husband, you love your wife. But then there's that one person that you guys just gel, you guys just vibe, and you always talk, and you are actually getting attracted to the person, but in your mind, you think you are strong that, no, I can never cheat. People that cheat, I've heard it several times, that people that cheat, they never really planned on cheating initially. Yeah.
Not as if cheating jumped from them.
Yeah.
So cheating
there's this let's say subtle attraction that doesn't seem harmful.
Yes.
Like somehow healthy in your mind, in quotes.
Let me even say this. Like, let me ask you a question. That boyfriend that you have today, when you met him, did you agree that you are in love? Did it not start with, it's just my friend? How many of, it's just my friend, it's just my friend, he's such a sister to me? Have you seen that has led into relationship? Because see, conversations are proven over time. So when you are talking and talking and talking, your friendship grows. You realize that you are better off with this person than the other.
Yeah. And so eventually when that gentle or that harmless attraction grows, it actually now leads to something else where you did not plan it to get.
Yes, it could lead to something
else. It could lead to something.
And that's why you have to be careful.
Yeah.
You need to block every hole that the devil can use to enter your marriage or relationship. Don't form strong man. All right, the arm of flesh will fail. All right.
Yeah.
So that is one. Another reason why it is very dangerous, to have such people is that you subtly introduce them into your relationship.
Yeah.
And even though they are a third party, you now find out that they are part of your relationship. We've done a video on things you should avoid in your relationship, and we mentioned third parties. Maybe we'll link it in the video. So you'll realize that you have a conversation, you have a decision to make. Before you know it, something is trying to make you validate that decision by asking your friend, your so-called best friend. So their opinions now become part of the equation in your marriage. It's no longer one making decision. You have shared the shares, the deciding factor, the shares of the company. So if you now realize that your spouse says something and then your best friend completely disagrees, then you have a problem agreeing,
which one,
because
that should not even be a problem.
Do you get? So your spouse's opinion should matter first, right? And your opinion, and not anybody's third party's opinion. So you start, introducing them into your relationship or marriage as third party without knowing, and then it also makes them feel a void that your partner should feel.
Yeah.
So when you feel low, unfortunately, sometimes when you have a fight with your partner, you realize that you're just chatting, and then your knight in shining armor, your best friend that always swings your mood, or just comes and tells you that what happened, and you're like, it's my husband,
I mean,
Charlie.
babe, sorry, even interject. Let me even paint this scenario. Like you guys have just had an issue, or you just had a fight, and you deep down you're just not happy. And the truth is that this person comes to you because you guys are not fighting. Your mood just switches.
Yes, and you're
Like
happy again.
you are completely happy, and then you talk to your spouse, and then you are back to that space or emotional space you were in with your spouse in terms of you guys are fighting. Like, how do you think that would not be a problem eventually?
Eventually, you begin to see that person as a better replacement than your spouse. You might not even agree. You might not even know it.
Yeah.
That is happening, right? So that is very, very unhealthy. And that person, when I say that you bring them in as third party, their opinion begin to count too much, and they begin to influence your relationship. So you have an issue with your marriage. You're talking to your friend. If God catch you and that friend doesn't love you genuinely or loves your marriage, and they're giving you advice that will even make your marriage break. They could literally be
on your own.
Yes, I've seen.
And this is male or female?
Male or female. Yeah, I've seen people that they are
gender.
envious of you, but you are talking to them about your story, your life story, and they are literally telling you, what I would do if I were you? I would tell him that he should never talk to me like that. Why would he talk to you like that? And just putting petrol on the fire. They are friends like that. And even if they are good friends, it still means that you are giving them too much edge over your life.
Yeah.
In terms of calling them best friends. Keep them as good friends who come to you once in a while and gives you advice that can help your life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but maintaining the boundaries and stuff.
Yes.
And also, you have to actually be very careful of comparison, because if you have that person that once you guys talk, maybe if your spouse is like, maybe both of you have an issue or just a very small misunderstanding and you're not really in a happy place, and you talk to that person and you guys are smiling and all, you might actually start to compare that person, like, why can't you just be this lively, or why can't you just be this nice, and you don't now take your time to actually work on your spouse's issues or your spouse's excesses, because nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
So in the areas where your spouse has excesses, that is where you are now comparing that other person to that. Oh, this person is better, and you might not now realize that other person might have excesses in the area where your spouse is actually great or great.
Imagine the person is a 6-pack built guy, and all of a sudden, because you are so close to him, you see that your husband is growing fast, and you're like, babe, sure you will not be working out. When are you going to start going to the gym? Something in you just feels like that's a better body. Not like saying healthy body is not
it's
good.
Not good,
but
yeah.
you just subtly begin to see the things that are good in this person that are not good in your spouse. And see, comparison kills. It literally creates. The grass is never greener on the other side. The grass is only greener where you water it.
Yeah.
So it can bring out some unhealthy comparison, and it's really, really, really dangerous.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just balance this, because see, we are not saying that you should not have good friends. Like, good friends are good. Good friends are important.
Trust
like
us,
you
we
need
have
some
good friends.
Yeah, we have good friends. Like, you need some people that you can talk to, but see, there are boundaries with this thing. They cannot be a part of your marriage.
Yes.
They cannot be a part of your decision making, a part of your foundational core. Like, they cannot be in everything.
Yes.
You cannot be spending so much time with them that even your spouse is jealous, whether male or female.
Yes.
So let's just balance it like that. Like, make sure there are boundaries. It's good to have good friends, but make sure there are boundaries.
Yeah, so let's even talk about, I want to talk about, like, what if someone finds himself in a situation like this? Okay, now after watching this video, they realize that, oh, I think this my best friend is not good for me.
Yeah.
Even though right now things look okay, right? But I just feel like maybe I'm in this situation and I really need to, like, change and turn a new leaf. What can I do?
Yeah, I feel like the first thing is you need to realize it. Like, you need to accept it. You need to admit it to yourself that, because you might not, your spouse might not really know how close you are to that person. Your spouse might not even have, like, let's even say it in the infancy stage. Your spouse might not know how close you are to this person, or how much you and the other person have been talking. Maybe you are in a long distance relationship, and I mean, you talk to your spouse, but then the times that you also talk to that person and relate with that person is also there. And then you start to realize that this person is starting to creep into my life like this. Like, I need to slow it down. You need to realize it yourself. And be very truthful with yourself and very honest with yourself, and start to cut down the
And
time, set the boundaries, start pushing back.
Like limit talk time.
Literally.
Limit talk time.
Like, practically limit the time.
Yes. Literally limit the time. You know, keep some information to yourself and your partner. Like intentionally make sure that, okay, there is us and the world.
Yeah.
And that us, nobody comes between it. Not our parent, not our pastor, not our best friends. There is us.
Yeah.
Alright. And the only time when we are us is not only when we are, you know, intimate in the bed, like for married couples, but also in our marriage.
Yeah.
So consider it like a board of trustees of a company. And there is both of you and nobody else sits on that table.
Yeah.
At all. Alright. So
yeah, and also intentionally create good memories. Like, okay, so what are the things that this best friend offers? The truth is that your spouse can offer them.
Yes.
If you literally initiate it. Like, okay, your spouse seems to be this interesting, amazing person and stuff like that. Fine, your spouse might not be completely interested in their interests. It's some of the interests that you and that person align on. But look for things. I mean, if it's something you like so much, you can actually introduce it to your spouse, and your spouse might eventually fall in love with it and enjoy it with you. You know,
yes.
Create those things, those amazing memories, those things that you want to see in your spouse. Those things that even make you compare yourself to that person. Create those things. You know,
yes. So one practical thing was, when I was working in Lagos, I started seeing, you know, a lot of beautiful girls at my office, girls on heels, girls wearing nice wigs, you know, looking nice, and my babe was just a regular girl from Ibadan, and I never thought that they were better than her, but I saw something I liked, and then I started buying them for her.
Yeah.
I started buying my wife wigs. And when she went to me, I'm like, Omolodun Toy.
Like, my husband literally bought, I don't think there's any wig.
You don't have any wig that I have not bought. Anyway, that's not why the video is here. But I intentionally build what I see outside that I feel like this is nice. I bring it home and adorn my wife with it. Alright, that's it. How I do it. So that nobody else out there catches my eyes than my wife. Including my any best friend or any friend. You know? So you wanted to share a story.
Yeah.
Like, she said that I've not heard the story. I don't know the story. I want to hear the story for the first time. What was your practical example?
So there was actually when we were discussing this topic, there was a practical example I wanted to talk about. So when I was saying something, she was like, I'll leave it to the video. So I just said, okay, fine, I'll say it on camera. So it's not a big deal now.
I'm listening.
So, okay, actually, there was this practical example. And that's why I know this thing all too well. I know this thing all too well. Like, it's a thing where you are madly in love with your spouse. You are totally, completely in love. Like, your spouse is the best thing that ever happened to you. But then, because in this whole wide world, your spouse might not possibly be the only person that will ever really, truly catch your fancy. Like,
yeah,
however, like you guys, you have other people that you vibe on other levels. Like, you talk about other things, you find some other interesting things about people, and you guys will like talk and relate. So it's kind of happened to me. Like, I just started getting close to this person. Of course, a person of the opposite sex.
A guy.
Okay, I should not be too serious. A person of the opposite sex.
Yeah,
A guy.
Like, this is the Stalwart lovers. You're not on the interview.
Yeah, so I started like getting close to a guy. I mean, very harmless, just ordinary friendship. I mean, we both knew. I knew that he's not a kind of person I like, or you know, it might be a kind of person I like, but he's a kind of person that I know that is not my type at all. Like, I would never even if I was single, I would never fall for this person. You understand? But then we vibed a lot. Like, we are this kind of people that even till now, if we pick up the phone and talk to each other, we can still spend 30 minutes just talking about stuff. So it's a kind of, but the funny thing, what I did, I just realized that, okay, you know what, this is not I'm not saying that this will make me break up with my husband and move to this person. No.
With your fiance?
With my fiance, sorry.
Or was it after we got married?
No, not after, before. I was like, okay, fine, this person, I know, I mean, I have a very strong value system, a very strong base in myself. Like I'm not easily swayed, but
You are beginning to just vibe so much.
I just know that this is not healthy. I just knew that no, there needs to be a point where I reduce this thing. Like I cannot be this close to someone that is not my spouse. I can't. And just like that, I just say reducing, say fizzling out, and that's the thing. You would if you put your gaze on your spouse, whatever you feel like is interesting about that other person, it's not going to be worth it.
Yes,
it's
and
not
then
going to
you
be
can
worth
build
breaking
that
up with your
interest.
spouse
Yes,
or spoiling your relationship. With your spouse.
Okay, I think we've done
So
enough.
how do you feel about that?
It was fine as long as just after this video you give me the person's name and his phone number and I'm going to blast him. Anyway, that's how I am. And if you don't give me, I'll find him in his dream. You'll see me. So, I think that's it for this video.
Yeah, that's it
if you love this video, just give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, you can say thank you with super thanks as well. We appreciate it. Some people have really done that and we are really grateful. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
If you love this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm to know that this video is something that everybody should watch. So drop a comment. Let us know your personal experiences. Let us know what you feel about what we've shared. If you disagree, feel free to let us know. If you agree as well, feel free to let us know that yes, you agree. And we'll see you in our next video. So till we come your way again,
keep loving
and keep believing.
We are
the Stalwart Lovers.